Alright, welcome to exercise 2. We are in drawing 1, working with lines, shapes, basic edits, and more. So I'm going to go over the anatomy of objects and paths. So we're right over in here. Anytime you make any kind of drawing marks or shapes in Illustrator, you're essentially creating objects. So objects are individual points or lines or paths or shapes or a collection of all of those. However, a path is the outline of that individual shape or line paths. The basic anatomy of an object, this is called a closed path. So if I click on this, I can see that it's contiguous. It goes all the way around and then connects to itself again. On these paths, we have what are called anchor points. So I'm going to go ahead and use my white arrow. So I'll hit the A key. And if I click right here, on the path, I can see that I have what's called an anchor point with control handles. And we'll go over this in a lot more detail in another exercise. There's an anchor point here, and between the points on an object is called a segment. So here's one anchor point here, and one anchor point here, and the part in between that is called a segment. Again, even a simple line is an object, even though it's not connected. And over here we can see this is an object path, but it's also called an open path. So that means the path does not connect to itself. It terminates here. That's another thing to differentiate between objects is open and closed paths. If I click on an object with my black arrow, so I'll hit the V key for my black arrow. Okay, anytime you click on an object with the black arrow, you get what's called a bounding box. So this is showing you the full extent of the object, and with this bounding box I can do all kinds of things. I can size it, I can reshape it. And one command I want you guys to become really familiar with is the undo. So Command and Z. And this is a really cool command in Illustrator because I can do up to 100 different things in my file, and that's all recorded in the history of actions that I've been doing in Illustrator. So I can hit Command Z multiple times to go back to the original state of the document. Try not to rely on it too much. You want to make sure that anytime you do something that isn't desired, that you try to undo right away and go back to the original state. And now let's look at preparing for drawing.